Hello, hello, and welcome everybody out there in YouTube land. This is your boy, Redwood RC, and I got a bone to pick with these manufacturing guys. Volantex RC, UDO RC, RC Era, and a bunch of the other manufacturers like flybear, MJX, eachine. You know, all of you guys that are out here making all of these beautiful UMX models, you know, this Bell 206 RC Era. They got a whole line of helicopters, and they're still coming. UDO RC, them guys too, or UDI RC, Volantex, eachine, all of them, everybody. You all got these nice, beautiful little models. Everybody loves them. You know, you see the RC sailors, and they're and all these different guys doing the reviews on all these different models and different subjects. You know, you got a P-51 Mustang, you got a jet ski, you got a Bell 206. You know, there's just so much out there. But my gripe with the manufacturers, all right, and I hope this video makes it to the manufacturers, all right, like RC Eric, take you guys, for instance, you know, every helicopter you guys sell pretty much has the same transmitter in it. You know, why not sell a version that doesn't have the transmitter for the people that already have a transmitter from, let's say, a previous purchase of a different model? I mean, all of the transmitters pretty much work within the range of your models, pretty much. Some of them might have a upgraded transmitter, but most of them use the same transmitter. All right, so guys like me, who've been in this hobby for more than a few years, and I'm not really trying to try stuff out, but I have this. That's a Radio Master T16S. You know, I got this Gemini, whatever this thing is. All right, and then I got my Radio Master TM12, you know, ERLS version, and then I got the 4-in-1 module right there on the nose. I was trying to bind it to this guy because it comes with a corny little transmitter, but unfortunately the protocol isn't listed, and I can't find it out of the 70 protocols inside the module, out of the 4-in-1 module. So, oh well. So this is why I decided to make this video, because I actually like these little planes. Excuse me, I just took a little sip of a drink. And I think you'd probably sell a lot more. I think you guys would sell a lot more of these type of model airplanes, radio-controlled airplanes, if you just sell a version without the transmitter. Like, I don't need like 5, 6, 7 different transmitters. Like I said, I've already just showed you 2. I showed you that one, which is my ground transmitter, and then this one is my air. So anything that flies, I'm going to use this. Anything that drives, I'm going to use that. So the big thing here is getting rid of the transmitters. I'd like to see, you know, a message under this tag right here, Volantex RC, open protocol plane, or have the protocol listed. Say, you know, for open protocol radios, you know, make a version that we can use our radios with. We don't need your radio. We don't need your little toy radios, first and foremost. You know, maybe somebody that's just getting into the hobby might need that radio, but eventually they're going to upgrade it, you know, and get something better, because that's what most people do. They get better. And nobody wants to hold on to 1,000 different transmitters. I don't want to have 1,000 different small transmitters. I don't want to have a pistol transmitter for every card that I buy. I don't want to have a little transmitter for every airplane I buy, you know, or helicopter or whatever it is I'm going to buy. I don't need a new transmitter. What I need is, and I'm surprised that all these influencers, all these guys that are online on YouTube that are actually doing reviews on these models, how come they haven't said anything yet? How come they haven't reached out and made a video and said, hey, you know, you don't need to send a radio with every, you know, make a version that has the protocol listed on the box, so people with a T16 or a jumper or this or that, you know, they can bind to the plane without issue, without having to have another toy transmitter laying around. You know, you guys may not care, you manufacturers may not care, but on this side of the fence, you know, we care. We don't want a bunch of transmitters. If I already have 2 transmitters, I don't need a little dinky transmitter. I don't need another transmitter. I already have 2. Why do I need a transmitter for that, a transmitter for that, a transmitter for that? I don't. You know, and that's usually what holds me up from buying a lot of the models and stuff that I see online, is because you got to have all of these different transmitters, which doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. Why do I got to have a transmitter for that plane when I got a transmitter right here? Why do I got to have a transmitter for this jet ski when I got a transmitter right here? Why do I got to have a transmitter for the helicopter when I already got one? Like, make it make sense. And again, you guys that are out there reviewing these different models, you should be speaking up too. But my suspicion is that a lot of you guys don't have a T16 radio or open source radio, because most of your reviews are with the transmitter that came with the model. So I tend to watch the guys that actually have a T16 or jumper or something like that, that actually took the time to figure out the protocol and set everything up. Those are the guys I watch. I don't watch those guys with the toy transmitter that came with the model. For what? What good is that going to do me? I want to know what protocol it is so I can use my T16 or TM12. So, you know, hopefully one of you guys like RC Sailor or somebody, y'all will, you know, point the way. Get RC Era, get Volantex, get eachine, get all of them, get UDO RC, get them all together. Let them watch this video. Let them listen to it, because you're not really watching me. You're just listening to me rant, but I'm ranting about something that actually makes sense. Like, why would I keep buying these models that come with the transmitter inside the box when I don't need the transmitter? All I need is the protocol. That's all I need, you know. And the guys that are online, that are on YouTube, that are figuring out how to set these things up with the T16 transmitters and stuff like that, kudos to you guys. Kudos to you. Because, you know, you're actually taking the time to make it easier for the rest of us who have Radio Master products or Jumper products or Fly Sky or whatever radio you got, Radio King, whatever it is, whatever you have. You know, those guys are actually taking the time out to figure out the protocol and get it working with the Radio Master and get it working with the open source radios. So those are the guys that I watch. You know, not the guys that are pulling the transmitter out of the box. Hey, come to the transmitter and da da da. I don't want to see that. I want to see the T6. I want to see somebody using the T16 or a jumper. Not some little toy transmitter that came with the product. So if you're out there and you see this video and you do video reviews of Volantex or UDO products or even RC Era, and you watch this video, forward it to these guys. Forward it to Volantex. Forward it to RC Era, to eachine, you know, to flybear, to DRC or whoever else needs to hear it, and stop sending or put out a version of these planes that doesn't include the transmitter. It's not that hard. And you probably actually increase your sales by doing that. Because now once people figure out that, hey, these guys sell a version where I can use my radio with it, they'll be more apt to jump in and buy one. Versus watching a video and say, oh, I wish I could fly that. But, you know, nobody wants 1,000 transmitters laying around. You know, seriously. Think about it, guys. Think about that. Think about how many people have a Radio Master, you know, or a jumper. And then think about how many of these planes you actually sell. And I guarantee you the people you selling them to are either doing reviews or they're first timers. Oh, that looks cool. Let me try it out. But, you know, for us lifelong hardcore RC guys that actually have multi-protocol radios or high-end radios, we don't need the little toy radios. We don't need that. I don't need 1,000 different radios. I'm sorry. So please stop. Please please put out a version that has the protocol, says open source protocol. That's all you got to do. Literally, that's all you got to do. Open source protocol, and you'd get more sales. More people would buy these planes if they knew that, oh, that's the protocol for it? Oh, let me buy that plane then. And I'll fly with my jumper or my Radio Master or my Fly Sky or my Radio King or whatever the hell I got. You know, stop selling these models with the toy radios. I really hate buying them with the radio. I love the model. I just don't want the radio. All right? So if you guys are out there, RC Sailor, if somebody sees this, forward it to Volantex, forward it to RC Era. And maybe these guys will listen and actually say, oh, that's a good idea. Let's put out a version without the transmitter in it for the guys that have high-end radios already. All right? Thanks for listening, guys. Like I said, this is a rant, but it's a wish, too. Hopefully it makes it to the people that it needs to make to. Hopefully they listen and actually start selling just the model with the protocol listed. Have a good evening, guys. Happy flying. You know, happy boating, happy racing, happy card. Whatever floats your boat. Happy, happy, joy, joy.